Well, I think our guys competed really hard. We played an extremely tough schedule. I mean, you look at our 10 games, and I think there's 6 or 7 of those that were playoff teams. And our district was really difficult. It's going to be really difficult again in 2019. But I think you looking back, I think. We came close in a lot of games. We couldn't finish some games, so that's some things that we're really focusing on and trying to figure out how we can execute better down the stretch and win some of those close football games this year.
Okay, you have a lot of impressive players coming back. Start with Mason Armstead as a guy who's played a lot of football here, played both ways for you last season. I mean, what does he kind of bring to the table for you?
Well, Mason's a big play receiver. I mean, he's a very competitive kid. The one area that he's really grown in, which is I'm really excited about, is his leadership. I think he's really taken a step in the right direction in terms of leading this group, being a veteran on this team, and understanding that. And he's worked extremely hard in the off season. I mean, he understands where his deficiencies were going into his senior year, and he's addressed some of those. He's continuing to get bigger and stronger, and he'll run track here in the spring. So his focus is really outstanding right now.
When you look back at what you accomplished last year, what are you most proud about?
I'd say playing both ways, trying to just contribute the most I could to the team. Defense, something new that was new this year, but I love playing DB, just trying to market myself as an athlete, not just a wide receiver.
Is that something that, you're completely open to playing both sides of the football?
Yeah, for sure. I just want to market myself as an athlete, put myself out there, any position I can play. So wide receiver, free safety, DB.
Another senior to be that was a standout for you, Will Manhart, played tight end. His first year. What did he show you in his first extended play in varsity?
Yeah, Will stepped into a situation where he played behind Grant Matthews the year before that, and Grant's playing down at Northwest Missouri, and so he was able to play behind Grant and learn in his sophomore year, and he had a really good junior year for us. He's a tremendous blocker. He's a really good receiver of the ball, and so he's a true inline type tight end that we can count on in the run game, but he's also a guy that we can throw the ball to a little bit. And again, he's playing basketball here this winter. He's had a good season, and I think he's ready for a really breakout senior year at tight end for us.
Well, I had 3 touchdowns, and coming into it, I wasn't very confident in myself because it was my first year, obviously, and I've been on JV, but I was surprised because I didn't think I had it in me that much. Like, I wasn't that confident in myself. So that was one of my biggest takeaways, and I think I was stronger than I anticipated. I'm a better blocker than I thought I was.
I know you had a lot of coaches probably coming through here over the past few months. What was the feedback they were giving you about Mason and Will?
Yeah, Mason has the most traffic of any of our guys right now. They like Mason. They love his ball skills. He's a guy that can really go get a ball. He's faster than maybe what he appears on film. He ran track last year for the first time and was 11.2, 300-meter guy. I think he's going to be a sub-11 guy this year for the track team, which, again, you look at him on film and he maybe doesn't look that fast, but he gets open. He runs by guys. But again, he's a guy they really like. They want to see him kind of here in the off season in camps, and I think before the end of the summer, I think he'll have some offers to look at.
You visited Nebraska a handful of times as an unofficial visitor.
Right.
Any other schools that have been in contact with you?
Yeah, I went up to South Dakota State a couple weeks ago for junior day. North Dakota State, I've been up there a couple of times. I've been in contact with Iowa State, Wyoming, most of the top FCS schools in the Midwest and stuff. Now
you've got a huge group of sophomores, going to be juniors in that 2021 class. One guy that obviously stands out is AJ Rollins. I guess speak on his athleticism, what he kind of brings to the table for you.
Well, he has great measurables. He's a basketball, football guy. Any recruiter that comes in and gets to see him, obviously he passes the eye test. Being 6'5", 6'6", 200 and almost 220 pounds. He's got great hands. He catches the ball like a 175-pound wide receiver, but he's got a physical nature about him that I don't know if most people knew about. He's really a good blocker, but he's a guy that we can flex him out and play in space a little bit against an outside linebacker or a smaller corner and take advantage of those guys. So I think he's going to have a great off season in terms of his camps. He's going to go camping at some places, and I think at that time he's going to really, I think he has a chance to really blow up in terms of recruiting.
You know, and then I guess kind of speak to some of the other guys, you know, that are going to play a large role in Creighton Prep season next fall.
Yeah, I mean, we have, again, we have Joe Boulay, who's another kid who was hurt halfway through the year, who was another senior for us, who's going to have a really good year. He's had a great offseason. He's bigger, stronger. He'll play some linebacker for us and step in and really make us solid in the middle in terms of defense. We have a tremendous 2021 class of guys that are really hungry to kind of break out. They've last year as sophomores, they either played in backup roles or they played special teams, some of those things behind some of our seniors. But those kids have tremendous opportunity this year as juniors. You know, and again, it's a large group. I don't want to mention one of them because I'll forget somebody, but just as a complete group, that group is very hungry, and I think that group will really surprise a lot of people going into 2019.